Everyone gets busier this time of year with family obligations, holiday gatherings, and of course shopping. But being busy can mean forgetting some basic safety strategies. Let's go out to reporter Alexa Sita, who has reminders for everyone in our monthly community safety watch.
Well, today we are coming to you from the corner of Pacific Coast Highway and Hawthorne Boulevard. It's a very busy stretch here in Torrance. It's only going to get busier during the holiday season. Behind us are a couple of stores that most people are familiar with, and today we are talking about holiday shopping safety. For that, we're joined also by Lieutenant Steve Giandru of the Torrance Police Department. Thank you again for joining us.
My pleasure.
So let's just start off. I'd like to know if the police department receives more calls about robberies during this time of year.
During the holiday season, we see an increase in all types of theft-related calls, whether they be petty theft, theft from vehicles, robberies of persons, and identity theft calls and things like that. And also we see an increase in solicitation types of theft, where people will call purporting to be the police department or the fire department soliciting for funds. It's very important to know that neither the police department nor the fire department ever solicit for funds via the telephone. The Torrance Police Officers Association does do a mailer once a year, but they never solicit via the phone. So if somebody calls and says they're from the police department or fire department asking for money, it's not legal.
Okay, so this is something that actually we reported on a couple of months ago, I think, and it sounded like the calls stopped, but then I guess they've cropped up again.
Yes, we've the last few days we've heard about several more calls, and the troubling part about that is we only hear about a fraction of the calls, so we know that there's a lot more going on. If somebody does call and says they're from the police department or fire department asking for money, it is not a legitimate call.
Okay, so especially around the holidays, I'm sure these calls now will increase.
Yes, they do.
All right, well, let's start. We're talking about holiday shopping safety, and let's start with kind of walking through a shopping experience and start at the ATM. Now, during the day, but especially at night, when you're at the ATM, it's kind of a vulnerable position for you to be in. Your back is turned, you can't see what's going on behind you, so what should you be looking out for?
Well, just pay attention to your surroundings. It's the same crime prevention tips we give for a lot of different types of crimes, but just really pay attention. If you go up to the ATM and there's people lurking around the ATM that don't look like they're actually getting money out, if they look like they're waiting for somebody, go to a different ATM. While you're at the ATM, they have the mirrors on the ATMs. Pay attention to the mirrors. See who's walking up behind you. If somebody's lurking out in a car waiting for somebody, always be cognizant of that and really pay attention so that you're not an easy prey, you're not an easy victim for somebody.
Okay, and if you are getting cash out during the day and there's a line of people behind you, you also have to be cognizant of that as well.
Correct. Be cognizant of people trying to look over your shoulders to obtain your PIN number. Be really cognizant of somebody, if you're having trouble with your card, offering for free unsolicited assistance. You really want to protect your PIN number and how much money you're getting out. If you get money out of the ATM, don't stand there and flash it for people to see. Don't take the time to count it right there. Put it in your wallet, put it in your purse before you turn around so the people behind line don't see how much money you got out.
So moving on from there, we have our cash, we've done our shopping, and we have our packages, and we're walking back to our car. So parking lot safety is something really important, and I find, well, we're in an outdoor parking lot here. It's busy, it looks like it's pretty well lit, but there are some parking lots, especially enclosed parking structures, that are dark, and that also, if you have to take either an elevator or a stairwell to get up to another level, might make you feel uncomfortable. So what are some of the things that you should look out for there?
Pay attention for suspicious people lurking in or about the elevators, the stairwells, things like that. If you're going to get on an elevator, you're by yourself and there's only one person on there that looks suspicious, take the next elevator or take the stairs. Before you go into a stairwell, take a second, listen. Look around. Is anybody in there just lurking about? A lot of the larger shopping areas around, not only in Torrance but other local cities, have their own security. If you feel unsafe walking to your car, most of them provide free escort service during the holiday season to and from your car. So take advantage of that when possible.
And also, if you can't find a mall security guard, you can always go back to the store and call the Torrance Police Department.
Always. If you feel unsafe and you see somebody lurking around a parking lot, please give us a call. We'd like to know about it. Even if the chances are that they're going to be gone by the time we get there, at least we know about it. We can dispatch a unit out there and hopefully stop a crime.
So we're at our car, we found our car, and there is really a checklist that you should have with you going through your mind as you're loading your bags into your car. So what are the things that you want to do before you take off in your vehicle?
Well, have your keys ready when you're walking to your car.